the Smata World webinar. We're so happy to see you here. And before we introduce Noel and get him started here at the top of the hour, I just want to welcome everybody that's here. We have our usual host of international people on the call. I see we have lots from the United States. We have Australia, New Zealand. The Canadian group is here. Go Canucks. And we then, of course, have, hi Gerald, out there in Scotland. We have our group in Scotland. We have Spain, the Netherlands. We have a nice little group growing in the Netherlands. So we really are a lovely international community, and that is so nice to see. We also have, Audrey in Singapore is here. Thank you for coming, Audrey. Okay, well, it is getting very close to that time where Noel is going to get this presentation started. So I, without further ado, would like to introduce you to the CEO of Smata World, our leader, a man I have worked with for 5 years now and have loved every minute of it. I've learned so much. And so far, 5 years, we haven't killed each other yet, so we're doing well, Noel. Okay, I am going to turn the mic over to you, the CEO of Smata World, Mr. Noel Adams.
Thanks very much, Jenny, and I would like to take this time to thank Jenny and all the admin staff, Angelina, Karen and Julie, for really the backbone of what this is all about. Without them, I don't know where I'd be, and it's just feel so blessed to have such a loyal group there wanting to help the entire Smata team. So it's really a pleasure to work with them. All right, look, I want to get started fairly quickly on this because this is just really a bit of a sizzle about what's going on. So you will get to get the idea behind it, and we'll be doing further webinars discussing it, but I just want to cover a few things just at this point. Now, exciting news for the NLA coin. I've actually applied for what they call a smart contract with EtherDelta. EtherDelta is the Ethereum coin. That's their exchange and their blockchain. It takes a little bit of a process to do it, and the whole idea with this is that if we get accepted on there, that we will be able to exchange NLA coin for Ethereum, and in doing that, I think that people can understand that we'll expose our coin. It's not only just the EtherDelta. Once you're exposed out there, then you've got other exchanges that will see what's going on, and you have a very good chance to get listed on many other exchanges. I want to stretch the exposure to the NLA coin as much as possible, and so that's what that's all about. So hopefully we'll have some news on that in the coming week or so. Now, I just want to cover something here on why we chose staking over mining for the NLA coin and what we have discovered since. Staking is the best way for a coin because the staking process, you don't need the expensive mining equipment that's going on out there. It's a very, very costly thing on the mining. It's a very intricate, detailed explanation on the mining, and as you can see, that's a mining facility, and they run into many, many hundreds of millions of dollars to set up a reasonable mining system. So we chose the staking because that can be done on an individual's computer. Now, what it is that with the mining, what we've discovered, they have gone into mining pools, and with the mining pools out there, we realize that people are coming together and forming mining groups to be able to mine the coin and earn money from the mining. Now, we've been looking closely at this because one of the things that we have looked at is exposure of the NLA coin with the general community, and particularly Bitcoin. out there. So we have been looking at a number of things out there, and I'm going to share with you one of the areas that we feel the NLA coin will shine particularly in the business field that we're looking at. Now I'd like to introduce you to the BitClub network. The BitClub network are a global wealth building company for the digital currency market. Now they've been going now for 3 years. Very solid build they've been with the last 3 years. And what you're dealing with here is a group of people, some 300,000 of them, that are crypto savvy. And saying that, what we're looking to do is to introduce our coin to this group and let them bring the Bitcoin that they receive into the CEX for exchange for the NLA and other coins, and be able to trade their coins within CEX. So hopefully we're going to be able to show them a coin in the NLA coin that has staking, which is an easier process to use the coin, and also a coin that's consistently going up. It doesn't fluctuate like other coins. The NLA coin has never gone down. In the 2 years it's been there, it's been exceptionally good, and it's backed by some very large banking groups. This is a chart for the blockchain, and as you will see there, that you've got the chart made up of the various mining pools, and BitClub network are in the top 10. They vary between somewhere between 4 and 6 in the top 10, and you'll see that they're doing exceptionally well in the last 3 years that they've been out there. This can be checked on a daily basis to see what the mining activity was, and I believe that they're mining in the Bitcoin world and finding about 18 coins per day. The process on mining is quite involved, so I don't want to start explaining that now. It's for another time. But by mining and finding 18 Bitcoins a day, we are looking at that then being distributed through the mining pool. That's how the coins arrive there. Right now is the time to capitalize on the digital currency movement happening all over the world. As a member of BitClub Network, you have an opportunity to participate in the mining pools that allow you to earn daily Bitcoin and other digital assets. Close to 300,000 members pooling assets to mine Bitcoin. Our long-range plan and how Bitcoin fits, because you do have to have a long-range plan on where you're going with anything, and consequently we want to align ourselves with groups that are already crypto savvy, and this is a particularly good one. We've looked at a number, but this is a particularly good one. Now the benefits of the BitClub network to our team. They are not a startup company. BitClub network has had growth and a successful track record for 3 solid years. Experienced teams joining our group and working with us for the NLA coin. That's the opportunity that we are looking at to expose our coin to this group, and already speaking to quite a large number of them. They are rather excited about the prospects of having a coin that's got the backing that our coin has, because they do understand things like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin can fluctuate up and down. I see just in the last 24 hours the coin has dropped down by 5,000 or 6,000 Aussie dollars. I'm in Australia, so I see the Aussie value on it, so it can fluctuate. Our coin, just doesn't do that. Now the compensation plan, I'll go briefly on the compensation plan, but it's quite extensive. So the compensation plan, I'm not going to be covering that at this stage. This is just to give you an idea on how we can earn some dollars from the participation in BitClub network, and the advantages of us being aligned to them. Now, there's multiple income streams through the BCN, including the BitClub Bitcoin mining shares, and the multiple binary team cycle bonus, binary matching bonus, and level up sponsorship bonus, plus much more. It's too hard to try and explain all of these things at this stage, so just understanding basics on it. It is a binary system that they run, so consequently you've got the various binary. We are looking to do something for our members in the way of having it almost like a team build, because we have been used to doing that in Next Level Africa, and we want to continue that so that we don't leave anyone behind. A good YouTube video explaining the compensation plan in detail is this particular site here, made in September 2017, when Bitcoin was still around the $4,000 mark. Now, that's just one video. I do happen to like one that I looked at, was made 2 years ago, and the person there had accumulated some 900 odd Bitcoin, and the value on it at that stage was $370,000, and had it have been today on that, it would have been heading towards the $15 million mark. So you can understand that with the increased value, when you look at 3 years down the track, because the mining pool runs for 1,000 days, any coins that you accumulate today, you might find that in 3 years from now they're worth double or 3 times or more the value. So that's when this video was made, and that's what the coin was worth, and we all know it's certainly gone up a bit from that. Now, how to get started. Step 1, make a decision on which pool is right for you. And the Bitcoin mining pools, what you've got is the pool 1. It's a $500, 1,000 days they run for, and the commission is 50% and the repurchase is 50%. That's a default that's set on that, and so you can change that to repurchasing at 100%, but the minimum is 50. And why it's 50 is that percentage goes in to cover additional mining equipment, paying for electricity, paying commissions to its upline from there as well. So it's quite it's a way of automatic auto ship without you having to take money out of your own pocket and do it. It comes from your mining shares, so it's extremely good. Pool 2 is $1,000, so you can buy that. It's 1,000 days of mining, 60% commissions or 40% repurchase. Once again, you can set that to whatever you want. Then you've got Pool 3, it's $2,000, and that runs for also 1,000 days, and the commissions on that are 70% with 30% repurchase. That's defaulted to that, but you can change any one of them to whatever percentage that you want above what it's showing there. Now, one of the most popular I guess positions to be in is what they call the founder pack, which incorporates the 500,000 and 2,000 all at once. That's $3,500, runs for 1,000 days, and you get one mining share in all the 3 pools. And of course there are founder bonuses and special offers that go with it as well. So, and they vary because it's been running for some time, and the original founders out there, and the founder, I think there was 500 that the first that took the founder pack, and that was 1% on the total volume of the company for life. So they're really done exceptionally well. There's only 6,000 founder packs left. When they finish, I'm not sure where they'll go from there with it, but that's all that's left in the founder pack, 6,000. Now, another option available is the GPU mining pools. which are two good strategies. So we've got the tri-pack or multiple positions. So the GPU is look, they are changing things with the GPU as well, but it's exceptionally good mining on that, and you've got a choice of what coin you want to mine. So there's a lot more information about that pack out there as well. So, and there's a lot more coming on the 1st of February. They'll be releasing some new updates on the GPU and other things they'll be doing. They're constantly on the move with making things better within BitClub network. Now, how to get started, which is step 2. You need to fund a Bitcoin wallet with enough Bitcoin to purchase the pools you choose. No Bitcoin wallet? Well, here are a few of the Bitcoin network's favorite, and that's the site where you can go on there and look at that guide to see what Bitcoin wallet might suit you better, and so getting into an exchange, because what you need is you need $99 to get started. That's a one-off payment to become part of the system, so you can purchase the pool packages, the mining pool packages. So that's where you need to start to get that wallet sorted out. How to get started, step 3. Fill in the form to get on the list to join. This is the tiny URL that we have there. If you make note of that, and you can fill out that form. If you are on a leaders team, enter your sponsor's name. If you are not on a team, we will assign a sponsor for you. We are working on a partial team build. When you run a binary, you can get it started, but once you really get started with it, they're a hard thing to control once they start to run. But nevertheless, we will do our best, and we've got a few things in place to steady that down, so that we want to work it so our members are in a position where they maximize income coming from any strategies that we put out there. Now, the best option to join now and secure a paid position in the binary matrix with a minimum of $99 entry plus pool 1 at $500 USD. If this is not an option for you at this time, we have developed a feeder program. Now, Jenny will explain the details, and then we will have our Q&A. So this has just been a brief overview, because we want our members to understand the whole reason behind this is to align ourselves with a group of people that we feel are going to benefit the NLA team, and we will benefit them. We will more than benefit them. We've looked at a few startup propositions before, but this is something that's been going for 3 years, and they have a turnover of $1 billion a year, $2.5 million a day, and that's all in the crypto world, because this is paid in, you pay in crypto and you get paid in crypto. So it's total cryptocurrency. Look, with that, I'm going to hand it over to Jenny. After that, we'll do some Q&A, and we'll tidy it up from there. Okay, Jenny, I'll pass it over to you.
Hello everyone, this is Jenny speaking. So I am going to be here to tell you about the SMATA BitClub Network Feeder Pool. So what is the BitClub Network Feeder Pool that we've put together? It is a program to help the SMATA members to secure a $99 position in BitClub Network plus a $500 mining pool share for $150. That is a $600 value for $150 US. So how does it work? Once a member has paid $150 US in Bitcoin, they are placed into a straight line. All the funds are kept until the pool has raised $600. The member at the top of that line is cycled out of the line with their own $99 position and a $500 mining share in BitClub Network. So where does all the money come from for this feeder pool? It comes from a number of different sources. It takes $600 to cycle one person from the top of the line. So if we have 4 new members joining our pool at $150 each, there is $600 and one person cycles out of the top of the line. We also have cycle bonuses that come into the top position in this pool. It's a whole binary matrix on its own, and the top position has commissions that are going to be used solely for helping people cycle out of the top of the line. 3 cycle bonuses at $200 each, $600, another person cycles out. All the mining revenue that goes into that top position stays there and helps go into the pool, plus a repayment of the $450 loan from the members' commissions. And I'm going to be getting into a little bit more detail on some of these right here. Okay, so the feeder pool position. At the very top of our feeder pool matrix, there is a position that is designated 100% to making commissions that are going to go back into the pool. Every 3 cycles, one more member receives their own $99 position and a $500 mining pool. The more people that fall into that binary with a full paid $500 position, the more cycles that top position will make. Okay, the next thing we have is members will PIF other members from their own BitClub Network cycle bonus. The member at the top of the line has already paid $150. The pool will supply the remaining $450 to purchase the full $600 package. 50% of each member's first 4 cycle bonus will be used to PIF 4 new members' $99 entry. So the member comes in and starts making cycle bonuses, the people that cycled out of the feeder pool first. Their first $200 cycle, $99 of that goes back into the pool. The other $101 they get to keep. And they do that 4 times, so it helps 4 new people get into the pool. Would I be better off getting a full position now? Well, the answer to that is yes, you would be, because anyone who can purchase a full position right away is going to be immediately placed in the binary matrix. You will have a higher spot in the matrix. The feeder pool members will be placed in the BitClub Network matrix when they cycle out from the top of the line. So it'll take a little longer to get into the matrix, but it only costs you $150 up front to do that. So how long is this going to take to cycle off the top and get my own BitClub Network position? There is no way of predicting a timeline. The 2 major factors of how long this is going to take are how many people members bring into the pool. Obviously, the more people that come into the feeder pool, the more funds are in that pool to cycle people off the top. And again, how many times that top position cycles. The more times it cycles, the more people get pushed off the top of the line. So there really is no answer to how long this is going to take. Do I need to bring people to the feeder pool? There is no requirement to bring people to the feeder pool, but it is encouraged, of course, because as more people join the feeder, more members cycle out. Plus, when you bring 2 into the feeder, they will be assigned to you as your own personal referrals when they cycle out of the top of the list. Now, that brings us to personal sponsorship in BitClub Network. BitClub Network does require members to sponsor a minimum of 2 members, one on the left, one on the right, in order to qualify for cycle commissions. The more personally sponsored members you have in BitClub Network, the more money you can make. SMATA feeder pool can help with the first 2. How can the feeder pool help? Any feeder pool member who brings other members into the pool will have the first 2 they refer assigned to be personally sponsored by them. The rest will go into the pool team build. Now, once a member has their own fully paid position, they can enroll people for full positions as personal referrals. Now, there is more information on the feeder pool at this link that's on the screen right now. This is a document that just gives a few more details on how the pool works. But when we go back to that slide, just back one, I did neglect to say something that I wanted to say, and that is that I want to give you an example. Let me just go back to this slide here. We have a member who has his own position. He came into the feeder pool very early. He cycled out the top. He has brought in 3 members, maybe 4, but at least 3 that I know of, that came in with full $500 positions. Those people he sponsored personally under his own referral link. He also brought 6 people in as feeder pool members. He brought in 6 people to the feeder pool. Out of the 6, the first 2 are also going to be assigned to him personally. The other 4 will go to other people in the pool as part of the pool team build. So I just wanted to run over that example here. Okay, so now if you think that this looks like the option for you and you would like to join the feeder pool, here is the link. It's tinyurl.com/bcn-join-feeder. And this, you fill out this form, you go onto it, it populates into a spreadsheet, and I will get back to you with the information that you need to go ahead and get started in the feeder. Okay, your next steps. If you want to get started, you need to fund your Bitcoin wallet with 150 USD plus any fees that might be applicable to your Bitcoin wallet. You need to fill in the form, and then we're going to contact you through Skype to make the payment and put you on the list. That is the end of this part of the presentation. This particular video will be going out by email to all our members, and some of you may not be on Skype. I would like to recommend that everyone get Skype. We do 99% of our communication through Skype. However, if you don't have Skype, there is a field to put in your email, and I can contact you through email. But we do recommend that you download Skype. Okay, I am going to turn off my speaker and put it back over to Noel so he can do the Q&A, because I'm sure people have a lot of questions. Okay, Noel, back to you.
Thanks very much, Jenny, and look, I do appreciate you coming on to this webinar. We've got Jenny out of her sick bed to do this, and this is probably evidence to show how loyal that my admin are to our members, and I really appreciate it, and I'm sure the members do as well. So thank you very much, Jenny, for doing that. We do have a number of questions out there. There's people wanting to ask a few things, and first of all I'll start it off with we've got Gerald here from Scotland has asked, what is the daily mining amount paid from a $500 share? Well, look, to answer that, it varies day by day, calculated by mathematical equations so that there is no way to predict. Right now, it's paid, look, it was $1.50 today that was paid, so it worked out at $1.50 for that share, but that could vary. So the mining shares is a very difficult one to calculate exactly how much you would earn on a daily basis, because what you're dealing with out there is the variation of what is paid, because it's not on a regular basis. And where some of the funds come from is the charges that the exchanges are now charging for their fees. A portion of that goes into the mining pool for the blocks to find. So consequently, there's an area out there where people can just simply manage by looking at it on a daily basis, and so therefore you find that you'll get a pattern on it. It's not something that you can recognize instantly out there, so it's a pattern. You'll see that it happen over a period of probably a couple of weeks, months or whatever, but you'll see a pattern happening out there. We have another one here from a US member out there. So can I have more than one BCN account? Well, the answer to that is yes. You need a different email, and we recommend to use the dot system in Gmail. You can use the dot system, and also to use a different username. You can't have the same username, obviously. That's how it's identified out there. You don't need KYC on these accounts, so there's no age limit to what you have out there, and there's no limit to how many accounts that you can have. So you can use your own name out there, but a different email and username is required. We have a message here from a gentleman from Spain, the look of it. How can a member join in the US? And well, look, you cannot publicly advertise in the US, but a private invite is allowed. Members with a USA IP address will need an IP masker. We have a good one that we can help you with, and so that's something that we'll be able to show you how to do that, because it's got to do with private and public introductions into something. So doing it privately, one-on-one, and supplying information is okay, but advertising it publicly is not something that's allowed out there. And this is mainly to do with the US. It's all to do with how they tax the crypto world out there. It's not something that they particularly can collect the tax on, so consequently they have looked at it, and look, they're working on it, but the BitClub network organization have tried to put it into the US for the last 2 or 3 years, and decided that it'd be easier just to not spend the money out there and let them work it out. So they've made it that you need to cloak your IP before you can become a member. I have another question here from, looks like it's come in from Martin in the UK. Can a member who already has a full position join the feeder pool? Well, look, Martin, yes. However, they are subject to the same feeder pool guidelines, re the sponsorship. So you can join and take as many positions in the feeder pool as you like. You can take as many positions in the general binary that you like, and so this is something that's up to the individual. We have another message here. Looks like it's come in from Spain. there. I can't quite read the person's name, but it looks like it's a Spanish name out there. Can we use NLA coins to pay for the BCN? No, because the BitClub network is a mining company. However, we will be able to exchange NLA for Bitcoin on the CEX exchange to join. This is something that we're working on. We want to encourage people with Bitcoin to come into the CEX exchange, which is currently trading out there. There's going to be some maintenance done later this month, in the next week, and we'll see some changes in the exchange, and consequently we'll be able to invite as many people as we possibly can. We have a message here, a question from someone in Australia, James. How can we have more than one position in the feeder pool? Well, the answer is yes, you can have as many as you like. So, and people do that in order to support the feeder pool. And remember, each fully paid position that you get out there, you finish up with earning mining shares. I personally took the founder pack when I signed up, and once again, it's hard to say exactly what you earn because you can't rate it by day. It's, you've got to look at it over a period of a month, and then 2 months, and 3 months, and then 12 months, and so on. But on average, I have been getting somewhere around about the $10 a day into the system. Now, the founder pack, which cost me $3,500 to do that, if it would continue at that rate, you can see where that would return a $10,000 return in the, and what you can't work out at this stage is how much the Bitcoin will be worth in 3 years. So that figure could be double or triple that, or half. I mean, it's too hard to work that out. You can't work out what's happened in the previous 3 years. It's really what's going to be happening in the 3 years after this point now. Well, look, that seems to be all the questions, and that's kept it down to a minimum out there. All I can say is that just making sure the members understand the reason that we're going down this road with aligning ourselves with the BCN network. They have a large group of people that deal in cryptocurrency, and that's where we want to be. We want to expose the NLA coin to a lot of people. They'll realize just how valuable the coin can be, and we have people coming along, and I've been speaking to some large groups in the BitClub network, and I'll tell you now that they're all extremely interested in the NLA coin. We have had people joining us in our build that have been in BitClub network for a couple of years, and they're coming into us because they can see us as being a more reliable build for the members who have trouble building a team. And another thing too is that because in a binary, the upline can look down to see what is going on, and we've had our sponsor that introduced us to this program out there take 5 positions in our group, so they can see the growth that's going to happen, and we're certainly happy that they've done that. Because of my connection with the crypto world out there, I've been given a little bit of an intro to some of the high leaders in there. There are webinars and Zoom conference calls going on at the moment, and these leaders have come in to help with our members. They're going to be introducing me further up to founding members. So as we get going, all I'm getting at is that right to the very top we'll hear about the NLA group, the NLA coin, and I'm sure we'll have a very, very good relationship with this 3-year established company out there that are doing $1 billion a year. So look, I'll end it on that, and I will hand it over to Jenny to close it out. But I do want to thank everybody for attending the webinar, and also to the admin staff for putting this whole thing together out there. Without them, I'd be absolutely lost. Okay then, I'll hand it over to Jenny. Thank you very much everybody. Bye for now.
Thank you, Noel, and thank you everyone for attending our Saturday webinar here. I just want to let you know that to leave the room, you just click sign out in the upper right corner. Before you go, though, I just want to tell you a personal story. As you know, Noel is the man with the vision behind the SMATA team. I'm the one that dots the I's and crosses the T's, and I have like very little vision. I'm an admin geek. However, when I started to see what was going on with BitClub Network, I got excited, very excited, and I am still very excited. I really believe that this is just a wonderful opportunity that we are looking at. So whether you decide you want to come in with a full package, with a founder package, or with the feeder pool, either way, it's going to be great for all of us. So I just wanted to say that, and I want to thank you all for being here. We will have the link to this recording in our Skype rooms and sent out to our email group shortly, as soon as it's rendered and ready. So thank you all for coming. Bye-bye now.